For many years, an unresolved debate has existed between two groups of people. The first group, animal rights supporters, argues that humans are naturally herbivores, and therefore meat consumption and the killing of animals such as sheep and pigs should be stopped. The second group, those who love the taste of steak and grilled meat, insists that humans are naturally meat eaters and should continue consuming meat. Let's examine this debate from a scientific perspective and see which side is actually correct. In the end, you can decide for yourself whether to become vegetarian or continue eating meat. Let's start with what vegetarians and animal rights advocates claim. They argue that by comparing 10 aspects of the human body with carnivorous animals, we can conclude that humans evolved as herbivores. They say, in nature, mammals that lap water with their tongues, such as cats, tigers, bears, and wolves, are carnivores. Animals that suck or gulp water, like cows, elephants, and humans, are herbivores. Carnivorous animals have jaws equipped with sharp, sword-like teeth and large canine teeth designed for tearing flesh. These jaws are extremely powerful. In contrast, herbivores have flat, smooth teeth. Humans cannot fully and naturally consume an animal's body the way carnivores do. When a lion, fox, or similar predator catches its prey, it doesn't just eat the thighs or chest, it consumes the meat, skin, and bones together. Carnivores have very wide mouths that can open dramatically while swallowing. The relatively small human mouth is considered another sign that humans are fruit eaters. Animal fats are difficult for herbivores to eliminate from the body and often get stored as fat in areas such as the abdomen, thighs, hips, and under the chin in meat eaters. Carnivorous animals can run fast and capture prey while it is fleeing. Humans cannot, because they are fruit eaters. Carnivores can detect the scent of other animals from great distances. Humans cannot. Because humans are fruit eaters, just as carnivores are stimulated by the sight of bloody carcasses, humans enjoy the sight, smell, and taste of fruits and vegetables. Human hands, which belong to herbivores, are not designed for tearing flesh. Human fingers indicate fruit eating, otherwise we would have sharp, claw-like taws. So, you've heard the arguments of vegetarians and animal rights advocates. Honestly, I love meat, but their arguments sound logical, don't they? But wait, although these points seem reasonable and may initially suggest that humans are herbivores, the issue is not that simple. What vegetarians and animal rights advocates say is partially correct, but only about 50% correct. For reasons I'll explain next, humans are omnivores, not herbivores. Humans have short canine teeth and flat molars for chewing plants, but also incisors for cutting and canines for tearing, features similar to omnivores like pigs and bears. This combination is not found in strict herbivores like cows with entirely flat teeth, or pure carnivores like cats with long, sharp teeth. The human intestine is longer than that of carnivores to absorb plant nutrients, but shorter than that of strict herbivores, which require long fermentation to digest cellulose. The human stomach has moderate acidity, not as acidic as that of carnivores. Early human ancestors were mostly fruit eaters and plant eaters. However, around 2 to 3 million years ago, with species such as Homo erectus, hunting and meat consumption increased. This shift supported brain expansion because meat provides more calories and protein. It also enabled tool making and cooking. In other words, without incorporating meat into the human diet, our intelligence would never have advanced the way it did. Some sources, especially proponents of vegetarianism, claim humans resemble herbivores more closely. However, the scientific consensus, based on anatomy, genetics, and fossil evidence, confirms that humans are omnivores. Humans can survive on various diets, plant-based, meat-based, or mixed, but evolutionarily, we are designed for a mixed diet. It is true that early human ancestors' anatomy leaned more towards plant-based eating, but humans later adopted meat consumption. Over time, the human body evolved into one that is omnivorous and requires meat. The main reason human ancestors gradually turned to meat was climate change and the need for higher calorie energy, not because plants disappeared, but because meat provided a major evolutionary advantage. About 2.5 million years ago, the Earth became warmer and drier, forests shrank and savannas expanded, soft plants and fruits became less available, forcing our ancestors, such as Australopithecus, to seek new energy sources. If early humans had remained strictly vegetarian, brain expansion and human advancement would never have occurred the way it did. Brain volume increased from about 400 cubic centimeters in Australopithecus to around 1,000 cubic centimeters in Homo erectus, a change directly linked to meat consumption. Humans were neither created as strict herbivores nor pure carnivores. Through evolution, we transitioned from a primarily plant-based diet to omnivory due to environmental pressures, tool use, and the brain's energy demands. Today, this flexibility allows humans to follow various diets, vegan, keto, or balanced, but a balanced diet that includes plants and animal protein or suitable alternatives appears to be the most optimal. Therefore, no one can claim that humans must be herbivores today. Human anatomy clearly shows that we are omnivores and not strict vegetarians. This conclusion does not negate animal rights. We all care about animals, and no one enjoys seeing an animal suffer or die. Many people would feel distressed if they witnessed a sheep being slaughtered in front of them and might even be unable to eat its meat afterward. Still, the idea that humans are inherently herbivores cannot be scientifically accepted. Eliminating meat from the human diet is not realistically possible, no matter how active vegan and vegetarian movements become, and no matter how much people encourage others to adopt plant-based diets, it's still hard to imagine humanity as a whole turning vegetarian. The idea that humans will fully become vegetarian is an illusion. But don't forget, eating large amounts of meat, even if it seems natural, puts a heavy burden on the body. It raises cholesterol, increases chronic inflammation, and elevates the risk of heart disease and cancer. Studies show that diets which reduce red and processed meat are associated with longer lifespans and better overall health. On the other hand, the livestock industry kills billions of animals every year under painful and distressing conditions, creatures that can feel pain, fear, and even joy. By cutting back on meat, even just a few meals a week, you can protect your health while also reducing harm to animals. Plants, legumes, nuts, and eggs or dairy are excellent protein-rich alternatives. A small step can make a big difference. Give it a try.